Late Night Health continues. I'm Mark Alyn, along with the insane Daryl Wayne. We're going to break format a little bit here. I was just so fascinated with this story. Stuart Sobel is our guest. He believes he knows the solution to the oldest cold murder case in United States history. And it's coming up on the 74th anniversary of his murder. Actually, I guess it was a couple of weeks ago. Stuart's on our phone line right now. Stuart, welcome to Late Night Health.
Well, thank you, Mark. A pleasure to be here. Yes, it was a couple of weeks ago. It was on June 20th, 1947, 74 years ago. It was just 2 weeks before 4th of July. And it is a fascinating subject that it's had me mesmerized for years. I wouldn't be able to work on it like I have if I wasn't so fascinated.
Stuart, are you fascinated or obsessed? There is a difference.
Yes, you're right. There is. Probably a little of both. I became obsessed with it because I couldn't put it down. And I was writing it, and I couldn't put it down. And I wanted to make sure everything was exactly as it was told to me. And all of the research I did extensive research, primarily on the Internet. I did read some well-chosen books, but primarily on the Internet. And I didn't take everything I read on the Internet at face value because they're divergent reasons and explanations for things and perception. And so if I saw it more than one place and it made sense in the context of the story, that I went for it. And I'm proud to say I've created a saga. It's not only the killing of Bugsy Siegel, which is the focal point of the story, but it's the first time anyone has ever written about Little Mo Sedway. And you could say, Little Mo Sedway, who's Mo Sedway? And Mo Sedway was the chief lieutenant to mobster top boss, Meyer Lansky, from the very beginning, from their childhood, all the way to Mo's passing of natural causes, I might add. And he was the quiet one. And Siegel was the absolute opposite. He was the antithesis of Sedway. And they were as close as family. They weren't family, they weren't blood related, but they were as close as any two people can be. Sedway was like an older brother to Siegel.
How old was Sedway when he died?
Sedway was 57.
Okay. And Mo was 40. Bugsy was 41.
He was 41. So he lived a long time past Siegel's killing. Sedway died in 1952, and Siegel died in 47. Actually, Sedway died on January 3rd, 1942. I know these facts. I can write a book. I know these facts so well. But they were an interesting pair. They were the opposites. They trusted one another. Well, Siegel trusted Sedway, and it was not misplaced trust. Siegel was the best man at their wedding when he married his child bride of 17, and he was 41. And he was also the godfather to their firstborn son, Richard, who they called Dickie. Wow. And their second son was Robbie. So they, B Sedway, the wife of Mo, had that going. And she was a fascinating woman. She remembered everything. She was the focal point and the only point of my interview. She was a charming woman. I remember her when I was a child, because I met her back in 1952, only a few months after her husband passed away. And my family and I moved to Beverly Hills from Jacksonville, Florida. and I was kind of pushed into this whole new social realm. And believe it or not, nobody knew who Bugsy Siegel was, and my little gang of fourth graders, nobody knew who Bugsy Siegel was, who Mark Alyn was, who Lucky Luciano was. Nobody knew them because it was not part of our realm. There were a lot of celebrities, children that went to school with us, and nobody was there was no wild gossip about anyone because everybody's family was over the top. They were all celebrities. They were all doing wild things. They all had pictures coming out, and this is pre-television or before any of them made the leap into TV. And we go to the movie and see a friend's mother or father in a leading role or as a director or producer. It was Beverly Hills was just a company town, and we all took it in stride.
Stuart, would you say that Bugsy and Moe and Meyer Lansky and even Al Capone, the reason they all turned to crime was because they couldn't they had to eat. It's money.
Well, they turned to crime. It's not like they turned to crime as opposed to something else. These were all young kids. They came here from a foreign land. These were the immigrants. And their parents were the ones that were trying to get the jobs. And the kids were running wild. And nobody, there was no high school dropouts in those days. They left school in around the average of sixth grade. Ben Siegel included. Moe Sedway included. But Moe Sedway and Ben Siegel were opposites in personality. Moe Sedway was quiet, methodical. He had a tremendous IQ. He was quick with numbers. They called Meyer Lansky the mom's bookkeeper and or the mom's accountant, and Moe Sedway was the mom's auditor. He went over the books that everyone else went over to make sure they were right. If Siegel wanted to get into a business, if Meyer Lansky, who bought many hotels and casinos and many businesses, if he wanted to get into something, they all got the blessing of Moe Sedway. Moe Sedway said it was good. It was good. And Moe Sedway got a piece of everything that he blessed. So he was, I guess you'd say he was the Pope. He was quite a powerful man, but very quiet. When he died, the Vegas newspaper said the Czar of Vegas is dead. He never put himself out there. He was never a flashy dresser. He never spoke loud. He was very circumspect. And,
Stuart, I can't believe that we're out of time. You have a book. 10 minutes was not enough, but it was a taste of who killed Bugsy Siegel, and I appreciate your time. You have a book. You've authored a book, and you've written about Siegel's murder in the past as well. We look forward to reading the book when it's published, and I thank you for your time. This is
my pleasure. Could I just say that I'm at queenbeeandbugsy.com and give you kind of an idea of what's going on.
queenbeeandbugsy.com. All right. Coming up on Late Night Health, Daryl and I are going to spend some time talking. Late Night Health continues. Don't go away.
If you're listening to Late Night Health right now, you're part of the growing target of baby boomers we're serving. Hi, I'm Daryl Wayne, producer of Late Night Health, inviting you to join the Late Night Health family. If you have any business targeting the growing boomer market, Late Night Health is the ideal advertising vehicle for you. From vitamins to insurance, alternative health to Western-style medicine, Late Night Health caters to the growing population of those over 40 years old. This vibrant demographic has expendable income to fight aging, purchase travel, take care of aging parents, or just have fun. Find out about the advertising opportunities with Late Night Health. Call us at 805-391-0308. That's 805-391-0308, or email us at info@latenighthealth.com. That's info@latenighthealth.com. Join Late Night Health as we empower people to take charge of their own health care. Call now at 805-391-0308. That's 805-391-0308.
Recently, I met Jacqueline from Bright here in Los Angeles. She gave me a hearing exam and then showed me how to hear again with the new Signia Pure Series hearing aids, and she can give you your life back too. I hear birds chirping, birds cooing, and even my wife. They easily connect to my smartphone. The Signia hearing aids are amazing, and with the charge and go, I don't have to fiddle with batteries and hear all day long. Not hearing is frustrating for you and your family. I know you don't have a problem, but trust me, call Bright Here now for a free hearing exam, a $125 value, yours free, just for making an appointment now. There are offices throughout the Los Angeles area. Call Bright Here now at 323-424-7100. That's 323-424-7100 for a free hearing exam. There's no obligation. Call now, 323-424-7100, or visit them on the web at brighthere.com.
Welcome to Guide to the Soul. This is Robert Clancy. When your life's problems seem to rise and fall like the waves on a stormy ocean, let hope become your life raft and faith become your paddle. Every sea touches a calm shoreline somewhere in the world, and eventually this storm that you're going through will pass too. Never allow negative circumstances to define you. Whatever happens to you in life may be fated, and it certainly can't be changed after the fact. What you can change is how you feel about it and how you're going to let it affect you. Today is a brand new day, and as with any gift, share it with love and gratitude.
For more inspiration from Robert Clancy, visit guidetothesoul.com or go to the Moments with Robert page on latenighthealth.com. Late Night Health continues. I'm Mark Alyn, along with the insane Daryl Wayne. We're going to talk with Daryl right now about, I guess, life in general, with the opening up of the world, the attempt to go back to normal. How is that working for you, Daryl?
It's a tough subject because you don't know what to believe, and you don't know what to practice, and you don't know what you should that you learned over the past year and a half that you should carry with you the rest of your life. I'm seeing a lot of masks out there still.
But it's funny because I see a mixture. I had to mail a letter, and I went to one of the local post offices yesterday, and I knew it was closed, but I was walking around the mall. It wasn't overly busy, lots of sales going on, and I would say 30% of the people had masks. And because I wasn't going in any place, I didn't wear one. I popped a letter into a mailbox. And then I went to a supermarket, and as I got into the supermarket, I realized I had forgotten my mask. So what I did was I went back to my car and put one on.
I did the exact same thing. I was just going in to transact a little business in the supermarket, not necessarily shop, and I left the mask in the car. I didn't go back and get it, and walked in, and it was about half and half, I think. but certainly all the employees there were still wearing masks.
Yeah, they are, and I want them to. I do. It's funny.
For how long?
I don't know. I mean, we have to talk about the D in a minute too, but I got a phone call. It's been months ago. It was during the pandemic itself. I got a call from Servet Hassan, who has been on the show a number of times. You've talked to her, and she said, I just did the dumbest thing. I walked into this market, I'm shopping, and all of a sudden I go, oh my God, I forgot my mask. And she said, I did that out loud in the middle of the store and ran out and got her mask, or had one in her purse. I don't remember. But I think that, I think we need to wear them. They're uncomfortable. I hate them. They get in my way, but they protect me and my family.
Well, the thing is, they talk about super spreaders, and you've got different events. Baseball is open to everybody that wants to go sit in the seats. The supermarket obviously dropped the requirement for a mask, and there's a lot of people in there. And I think I'm still just uncomfortable being real close to a lot of people at the same time.
Yeah, no, I agree. What's your take on
movie theater?
D,
No.
on the variant?
Well, I mean, as far as I've heard, the vaccine that I and my wife took is the one that they say will hold up to it. Other people,
Which is?
It's the Moderna.
That's the one I took.
Yeah.
And Carol did too.
Right. And they're saying maybe that people that had the Johnson & Johnson need to go get a Moderna. But, I don't hear a big pitch for that. I hear comments that people make that said that would probably help. But, I don't know whether there's any action taking place on behalf of, the people that took the Johnson & Johnson. And, there's not a lot of recruiting going on to get people in to get that taken care of. So.
I know that I was talking to somebody about a week and a half ago, and his doctor said to him, or somebody said to him, if you've had Pfizer, you need to go out and get one shot of Moderna. If you've had Moderna, you need to go out and get a shot of Pfizer, and that'll give you the protection you need against D. And
well, I mean, will they do that? Can you walk in and say, here's my card, I had these two, give me another one?
I guess.
Thank you, I'll have another?
Yeah, I know. It didn't make sense. And if you just walk in and say, here's my name, they'll give you a shot. They don't seem to care. And they have plenty of vaccines to my knowledge, and they have appointments. My local CVS had a couple of weeks ago had a short line. It was about a 15-minute wait, and I was there the other day, and no line at all. Are you concerned about the D? I mean, more contagious, more deadly.
Well, I mean, it certainly sounds like you should be concerned about it, and it's sort of getting swept under the rug as far as the news is concerned at this point. Because, I mean, if it's going to kill a whole bunch of people, that should be the headline at the beginning of every newscast, right? If you don't do A, B, and C, you're going to die, right? And if that's true and nobody's talking about it, God help us.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I noticed that the number of COVID cases, including the variant in Los Angeles County, because I see those numbers every now and then, are way down.
It's creeping up a little bit.
But it is starting to creep
right.
up. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, it's no longer at the lowest point that it's ever been. It's, starting to creep up. And unfortunately, it's in the 12 to 18.
Well, that's because they're kids, and you know what they say about youth. it's wasted on the young. Why aren't people getting vaccinated? I mean, you and I have mutual friends that don't believe in it. Yeah. I get that. But when you're 12 to 18, come on, parents, be a good parent. Get your kids shot.
And then I'm hearing other people that got the first shot but didn't go back for the second one, and they don't think they need it. So why would you need it? Well, because I don't want to get sick, right? They think the second shot is going to make them ill, and a little ill is better than dead.
Oh, absolutely. Then I heard the other day, Johnson & Johnson, I believe, made a statement that their vaccine works effectively against the D variant. And I also heard recently, you'll love this one, that we have to go back. If you got your shot in February or March of this year, 2021, in 2022, be prepared and go back and get another 2 shots.
Is that for people that did not contract the disease at all, or just for the people who took the vaccine?
Don't know. And then there are people now they're saying that have died, and the manufacturers are saying it's not 100%. We knew that. We're sorry about the people who have died, but it is overall protecting people. I mean, I guess it's the same thing as some people take vitamin C and it wards off colds. Other people take vitamin C and they get colds.
Well, I mean, again, listening to some of the people that we know mutually about, going and getting it or getting it taken care of all the way through, they claim that thousands of people have died while having the vaccine on board. And I just haven't heard that at all. I haven't heard that.
I have not. No, I have not.
And I asked, and they said, well, they're just trying to suppress the news, but thousands of people. I said, I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. I think the news would break that. They would announce it. Daryl, thanks for spending some time with me. I appreciate it.
Pleasure.
This has been Late Night Health. We appreciate you listening at home and on the internet. Join us at latenighthealth.com. We will be back next week. Have a good week, everybody. Have a safe week. And most importantly, have a healthy week. See you next time. Bye-bye for now.
Latest from the greatest, the best in new music by classic rockers, with your host, the insane Daryl Wayne.
This is Alice Cooper, and if Daryl Wayne is insane, what does that make me? Criminally insane. Stick around to find out.
Many of the artist interviews for the latest from the greatest have been captured on audiobook. There is a Volume 1 and Volume 2. Great information and conversations with people in the industry and people surrounded by the industry, and of course the rock stars themselves.
I'm the Reverend Al Green, and you're listening to the insane Daryl Wayne. And I said Wayne Insane.
You can find it on Amazon or Blackstone Audio. Search for the latest from the greatest from Daryl Wayne, Darrell Wayne.
Hello, this is Weird Al Yankovic, and you're listening to the insane Daryl Wayne, aren't you?
You've been listening to Late Night Health with Mark Alyn. Join us again next week.